Hello everybody, I am Gaurav Girish Tanksale, and in today's video we are going to see the major components in sand mold. So let's get started. Our first component is mold itself. The mold is made up of sand and it is supported by the flask. There is a cope on the top and a drag on the bottom. When more than two components are used, then additional parts are called as cheeks. You can see cheeks. Next component is pouring basin. So through the pouring basin, we pour the molten metal. It is shown here, pouring basin. Next component is sprue. So sprue, molten metal flows downward. You can see here, it is sprue. From this part, molten metal flows downward. Our next component is choke or veil. It is just for trapping some suspended impurities in the molten metal. You can see choke or veil here. Our next component is runner system. These are the channels which carries molten metal from the sprue to the mold cavity. You can see runner system here. Next is gate. So it is just inlet to the mold cavity. Our next component is riser. Riser plays very important role. It has its own significance. What happens during the solidification of the metal, there is some shrinkage of the metal. So to compensate that shrinkage of the metal, we provide a very good structure called as riser. There are two types of riser, open riser and blind riser. You can see open riser here and you can see blind riser here. Risers, they carry excess of metal to compensate the shrinkage of the metal, and open riser, it is subjected to the surrounding environment, and blind riser, it is not subjected. Next component is vein. During the interaction of the hot metal and the sand in the mold, there are some gases evolved. So to provide the passage for that gases, we use a component called as vent. Our next components are core. So if there is something hollow part in our casting to be produced or some cavities present, we use cores. Cores are made up of sand and they are supported by the core prints, and sometimes we use chaplet. You can see here this part is a core print and this is also core print. So actually our job dimension is this, but to suspend this extra length, so it is just for suspension of this core, so that it is suspend easily and we get our required hollowness in our job. And if something there is a cantilever type of core, to give the support we use chaplets. You can see chaplets here, and these chaplets are made up of metal itself to be cast. So these are the parts of the sand. These are the parts used in sand molding. I hope you like the video. So don't forget to like the video. Thank you.